Hello, everyone. This is Chad Middleton, your vocational expert, coming to you once again through YouTube uh, for all of our listeners, followers, to give you more exciting news. I am a vocational expert. I have years of experience working with the VA, and I am currently in private practice, uh, working as a licensed professional counselor and professional vocational expert to help veterans with claims for TDIU benefits. Excuse me, I'm located in Columbia, South Carolina on the East Coast, but we provide these services to veterans all over the world. Okay. Regardless of where you are in the world, there is a VA that can help handle your claim for all types of benefits. TDIU just happens to be one of my specialties because I'm a vocational expert. A vocational expert helps veterans, or vocational experts are knowledgeable about jobs as they exist in the national economy. Not just jobs, but what is the requirements of these jobs? How much bending, lifting, squatting, sitting, how much standing is required on these jobs? What is the mental aptitude that's required on these jobs? All these things are things that a vocational expert is knowledgeable of. Also, the availability of these jobs as they exist in the national economy. So, when it comes to a person with disabilities and certain types of disabilities, we're able to identify jobs that are suitable or feasible for a veteran with certain disabilities. Sometimes there are no jobs that a person can consider because of the severity of their disabilities. And if that is the case, we provide a comprehensive evaluation that supports that finding, and you can use that information to help your claim for TDIU benefits. That's having a rating at less than 100%, but getting paid at the 100% permanent and total rate due to your inability to perform work. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. I like to do a little screening to let people know exactly what it is you're going to be listening to. But I got exciting news. Another veteran come to us for these services contacted me recently and said he was found entitled or granted TDIU benefits. And I want to read to you his letter. It's great if a client or a veteran comes on and do an interview, but a lot of times they don't want to do interviews. I don't know why. I don't know why. You know, it's not like somebody in the United States is going to be able to recognize them from our YouTube channel, but it's possible. But regardless, even if someone recognizes you or not, stating how you benefited from these services is not going to make them take their benefits back. All right. But anyway, this veteran said, Mr. Middleton, in September 2024 was the first time I saw one of your YouTube videos. At the time, I was at 80% VA disability, 70% PTSD, 10% for asthma, and 10% for tinnitus. I had not worked since July 2020 due to my service-connected disabilities. In November of 2024, I put in my intent to file. I contacted your office shortly after to schedule a consultation. Once that was good to go, I sent you all of my evidence, and that's medical documentation, that's award letters, that's blue button report, that's private doctor's ratings, that's DBQs, that's information that they shared. Okay, I submitted. Where were we? Okay, I contacted your office shortly after to schedule a consultation. Once that was good to go, I sent to you all of my evidence. I received my vocational evaluation in January of 2025. I submitted my TDIU claim in April. Now, I don't know why the person waited 4 months to put in their claim, but nevertheless, we finished the evaluation in January. They put in their claim in April, but in August, I received an email from the VA saying they made a decision on my claim. So that's April, May, June, July, August. 4 months. They made a decision on my claim. After logging in, I found out I'm approved for 100% PNT. The VA also paid me back pay from November 2024. And he has this in bold letters. I want to thank you for providing a comprehensive vocational evaluation. Without it, I'm pretty sure I would have gotten denied. Your letter was essential for me to get approved, and I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. All right. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Good job. Good job. I'm glad the VA looked at the professional vocational evaluation report and granted this veteran 100% PNT. So let me look into his letter right quick. I'm gonna try to look into his letter and see if the VA commented on the letter. All right, so let's see. Here we go. All right. Total disability ratings for compensation based on individual unemployability may be assigned where the scheduler rating is less than total if it's found that the disabled person is unable to secure or follow a substantially gainful occupation as a result of one single service-connected disability rated at 60% or more, or two, as a result of two or more disabilities provided at least one disability is rated at 40% or more, and there is sufficient additional service-connected disability to bring the combined rating to 70% or more. So basically what they're saying, what the rules is for TDIU. All right, so let's look at this. We have granted a total service-connected evaluation for individual unemployability because you are not able to obtain or remain employed as a result of your service-connected post-traumatic stress disorder, currently evaluated at 70% disabling. Medical evidence, thank you very much, shows you have severe complications from your mental disability. Entitlement to individual unemployability is granted from November 2024 because you are unable to secure or follow a substantially gainful occupation as a result of your service-connected disabilities. Ooh, look at this. And they provided more information. Here you go. Now, this is the reason why we share this with y'all. When y'all individually home trying to file these records and stuff, y'all don't get the benefit of having these letters sent to you. So I want to share with you what the VA also said. The evidence indicates that due to your service-connected PTSD disorder, you have occupational deficiencies in most areas with symptoms of, now this is where you can get your disability letter, you can get your rating, your award letter, and you can read off some of this stuff. Depressed mood, anxiety, suspiciousness, panic attacks more than once a week, chronic sleep impairment, flattened effect, impaired judgment, disturbances of motivation and mood, difficulty in establishing and maintaining effective work and social relationships, and difficulty adapting to stressful circumstances, including work or work-like setting, inability to establish and maintain effective relationships, suicidal ideation, obsessional rituals which interfere with routine activities, impaired impulse control, such as unprovoked irritability with periods of violence, and spatial disorientation. Okay? Ooh, now look at this. The VA exam dated June 2nd, 2025, the examiner noted that you are currently unemployed and that you had stopped working because of your mental health. Wonder where they get that information from. The examiner also noted that you were seen in January 2025 for a vocational assessment. All right, check it out. Without this evidence, the medical examiner has nothing but the rating. The rating did not change. The rating was still 70% for the same conditions. Nothing was changed. Okay? Only thing different was there was a vocational evaluation report. A certified rehabilitation counselor, vocational expert, determined that your disabilities affect your ability to find any type of employment. He goes and the medical examiner notes it. All right. It says, you were seen in January 2025 for a vocational assessment. The assessment noted it is readily apparent. These are my words. It is readily apparent that Mr. Clark is not currently able to return to work in his former job or can expect to compete for other reasonably suitable occupations within the open labor market due to the limitations imposed by service-connected disabilities. They took quotations from this vocational evaluation report to side with the veteran. Now let's stop for a second. He filed for a TDIU and he didn't have a vocational evaluation report. And he goes to talk with this medical examiner, and the medical examiner has all this evidence. But when it comes to considering whether you can work or not, a lot of times the medical examiner needs some help in determining what jobs can you perform. And a medical examiner is not a vocational evaluator or a vocational expert. So very likely, if they can't say that you can't work, it's very likely that they're going to say that you can in some capacity. And they don't have to identify the jobs. They just say that you can work and they close your case out. You're denied. All right. With a vocational evaluation report provided for this veteran, applied for TDIU, had his vocational assessment there. The medical examiner noted what was in the report, sends it back to the VA. The VA approves him in 4 months. And they backdated to November 2024. The man didn't apply till April, but because he did the intent to file back in November, they backdated it all the way back to November and the man got paid. Now let's see how much he got paid. I ain't trying to be nosy. Because I ain't telling you this man's personal information. But starting December 1st, 2024, he went from 80%, whatever that rating was, to $3,831.30. All right. Now, you have to ask yourself, is it worth me applying for TDIU? Getting rated at 100% with all the other benefits. In South Carolina, you get no taxes on your cars, no taxes on your house. And, of course, you got all the other benefits that you get within the state. But wherever you're from, there are benefits in being 100% P&T. All right. This is a benefit for you. So I didn't intend for this session to be this long, but I hope you stayed around long enough to know that this could be you. Okay. You may have evidence already in your medical records to support a claim that you can't work. Now, I'm not going to say you can't work if you don't have the evidence to support it. I'm not doing that. All right. I'm certified. My reputation is very important. So I'm going to help you if there's records that support it. But what I ain't going to do is make up stuff so that you can get 100%. That's not what I'm doing. So that's why we have a 3-step process. All right. We have a consultation, we got a vocational assessment, and then we have a vocational evaluation report. If at any time in this process we determine that we can't help you, we'll let you know and you won't owe us a thing. But at each phase, there is a payment that's required. Okay. But we won't do a vocational evaluation report if there's not enough evidence to support findings like we did for this veteran. All right. I'm Chad Middleton. I'm a vocational evaluator, vocational expert, licensed professional counselor, and I help people. Okay. And if you're out there and you're not working, I don't care if you're 80, 90 years old and you're not working because of the severity of your conditions and you qualify for TDIU, talk to me. Get on my books, talk to me, and let's talk about whether or not you're eligible based on what you're sharing with me. Okay? Now, I will let you know that if you're all right, you're not taking any medications, you're currently employed, it's probably, we're not going to waste time doing a report on you. It's be a waste of your money. Okay? But if you meet the criteria and you are unemployed and you are having difficulties and you do have the evidence, then maybe we can provide the exploration and determine that there are no jobs that you can perform and give you this evidence so that you can apply for TDIU. All right. This has been exciting to me. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but it's exciting when my veterans contact me and let me know, say, hey, man, this stuff works. I appreciate you. I applied. I got approved. Okay. It would have been good if he would have been here to let me know or let you guys know that he's a real person. But I have his letter and I have his email pulled up, and I'm going to tell it. All right. I'm going to tell it. So if telling it means that it gives someone hope that you can get these benefits too, then of course I'm going to let you know to contact our office. My number, and I'm sorry, I should have let you know this a long time ago. My number is 803-563-5087, or you can email us at admin, ADMIN, at VCandVC.com. That's Victor Charlie, AND, VictorCharlie.com. Call us, email us, visit us on the web. Find out if we're credible, if we're reputable. Go ahead and do your research and background information if you want to. But we're real people providing real people help to get these real benefits. All right. God bless you. Check us out. Let us know if we can help. Get on my books and determine whether or not this is going to be good for you. We do offer payment plans. Just in case you're interested in it and you don't have the money. Some of my veterans say, well, I'm on a fixed income. I ain't gonna be able to afford it. Okay, I get it. I get it. If you want to work on a payment plan, you can. Um, uh, but the report wouldn't be released until your payment is actually paid for. Okay. So if you're interested in these services and you have some financial difficulties, don't let that be the reason why you don't call to set up the initial assessment. Okay. The initial assessment or the consultation is $150. The assessment is also $150. Okay. And that is to review all your medical records. So go ahead and start collecting your medical records, get ready for the assessment, but that comes after the consultation. All right. Sorry for being so wordy. But I'm excited about the services that we're providing, and I look forward to talking to you guys real soon. God bless you. Take care.